welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about Akabath, A Court in Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. I should really show you the book. Here it is, the big wonderfulness that is Akabath. The big wonderfulness that is A Court of Mist and Fury. It was so beautiful. It was so fantastic. If you haven't read it yet, you should really pick it up. Like, if you have it on your shelf and you're like, I don't know if I want to read this, do it. If you don't know, which you probably do, A Court of Mist and Fury is the second book in Sarah J. Maas's A Court of Thorns and Roses series. I don't think it has another name. Does it? I don't think so. I think it's just A Court of Mist and Fury and A Court of Thorns and Roses. So book one, book two. If you haven't picked up book one, you're really late on the game. It was so good. Like so good. I read it twice in a row. I finished it and I read it again, and then I felt like reading it again, but I was like, whoa, relax, you gotta read more books. So read it twice in a row, and then I couldn't wait for the next book. And when it finally came, I was in the bookstore at 9:30 in the morning when it opened, and I put my hands on it and I just ran. I ran to the cash register and I bought it, and I ran home and I started reading it, and it was fantastic every single minute of the way. It was so good. I was really excited to revisit Farah and Tamlin and Lucien, I don't know how to pronounce his name. And I was not excited to meet Rhysand again because he was really evil in the first book. And I was like, I don't want to even see him. I hope he doesn't come back. But I knew he was gonna come back like once a month to get Farah and bring him back to the Night Court. And it was just like, oh my God, what's gonna happen in this book? So if you want to read this book and you haven't read it yet, go do that and then come back and watch my video, because I will be talking a little bit in spoilery discussion with you guys. So if you don't want to know anything about the book before reading it, just like leave right now and come back when you've finished it. And the rest of us who have read it in all its glory can start talking about it in a little bit more detail. All right. If it isn't obvious enough, I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. It was so good, and the ending was, oh, my heart. It's like, why, Sarah? Why do you do this to us and we have to wait a year until next May to read the next book? It's torture, okay? It's the perfect word for it, torture. It's worse than Farah getting swept away to the Night Court once a month. It's worse than that. It's worse than going under the mountain. It's worse than being, what's her name again? The evil queen. So we start off right at the wedding with Farah and Tamlin. They're supposed to get married because they're so in love and blah, blah, blah. And then we're like, whoa, Farah is not happy whatsoever being with Tamlin anymore. What in the world happened between book one and book two that just, like, she doesn't want to be there anymore. She feels like a prisoner because she's not allowed to do anything. She's not allowed to go anywhere because Tamlin is so overprotective of her because, you know, shit happened in the first book and he's like, whoa, you're not leaving my sight again. I want to know where you are every minute of every single day. And it's just, you're worse than the queen. I don't know her name. What is her name? At the beginning of the book, I was still really against Rhysand coming over and picking her up every single month because it's like, no, she wants to be with Tamlin. They're so in love. They're not mates yet, but they're so in love. And in the first book, people were like, when they were doing the reviews, they saw how Rhysand mated with Farah, and I didn't catch on at all that it happened. I was like, whoa, it happened? I didn't even see it. I didn't read about it. Do I have a different copy than other people? But everybody was like, whoa, he mated with her, they're mates, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I don't see it. I didn't catch that. Maybe I read too fast. So obviously the first time that Rhysand comes over and picks up Farah to bring her to the Night Court, everybody's like, no, you can't do this, blah, 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 it's so horrible. And then once they get there, it's not that horrible. He doesn't do anything to hurt her because obviously he's her mate, so he doesn't want to hurt her. He loves her. Farah even starts to like being in the night court more than being in the spring court with Tamlin, because she has way more freedom being there than being with Tamlin, the control freak. I really love the characters of the night court. You had Amren and Cassian, Morgana. They were all really fun characters that I really enjoyed. They were such good friends. Like, sometimes it's hard to find good friendships in books. Everybody's so against each other from one side to the other, and it's like just really nice to have people who bond together and are friends and would do anything for each other because they trust each other and they respect each other so much, and it was just really nice. I really liked them. The first half of the book, Feyre really felt like a Bella anxiety type of character, where she was like, oh, I'm alone. I'm gonna die alone. She was really getting on my nerves because she was just like staying in bed all day, not doing anything, and I was like, Feyre, just do something about it. You're strong, you're independent. What happened to the first book, Feyre, that would protect anybody with her life? Protect yourself, do something about it. I really love that Rhysand just brought her back to the night court and gave her something to do to practice her shielding, mind shielding, and magic, and learning to write. Was it to write or read? To read. Learning to read. He's so wonderful. I just love Rhysand so much now. He's so fantastic. It's funny how you change opinions so easily. Like in the first book, it's like Tamlin is everything, and now it's like Rhysand is everything. He is so wonderful. I love Rhysand and Feyre together. They're mates, obviously, so they're perfect for each other. Let's talk about the mating scene. Not like mating in that way, but like mate. The part where Rhysand was talking to Feyre about how he discovered that she was her mate and he would do anything to protect her, and it was so wonderful. And when she was cooking something at the same time, when he asked her, you know, do you want to be my mate? And the way for Feyre to accept was to give him food, and she did at the end. It was just like, yay, they're together. The King of Hybern, or Hybern, whichever you want to choose, he wants to rule everything, and he's evil. He's not like, oh, I want to rule everything in a good, nice way. No, I want to rule everything and destroy everybody and rule everything for my own, the way I want it, and just destroy the whole lives of everybody. And I believe that the only way to stop him is to destroy the cauldron, I think that's what I got from it. Yeah, the 2 books, and the 2 books would help destroy it, I believe. If I am wrong, please let me know, because I don't want to get this wrong going into the next book. The fact that Rhysand protected this village, this town, you know, Valaris. I don't know how to pronounce that either. I mean, he sacrificed his whole image to protect this little city that he loves so much and everybody in it, just to shield them off from the world. They don't even know what happened outside. They think everything is still hunky-dory, but the whole continent has been destroyed by Amarantha, but their little town in Valaris has been protected for all those years. And it's just so wonderful that he would do that for his friends and other people that he doesn't even really know. The rest of the world thinks that he's this evil ruler who would kill somebody just by looking at them. We got to even experience the evil Rhysand when we got to go to the Court of Nightmares, and he was just like breaking this man's hand, and it was just like, whoa, no wonder people are scared shitless of you. Like, you're evil when you're in the Court of Nightmares. It's called the Court of Nightmares for a reason. It's not the Court of Dreams with happy little ponies jumping around. It's a court with an evil ruler. I wouldn't want to live there. I want to go to Valaris and stay there forever. Feyre now has all these awesome superpowers because, you know, she died in the first book, and all those kings and queens brought her back. All the High Faes brought her back, but in doing so, they all gave her a little bit of their magic, and they don't know that. So it's really crucial that Feyre doesn't tell anybody that she has all these powers, but, you know, what could she be more powerful than Rhysand with all these powers? Because she has everything. She has every single kind of power that all of the High Faes of Prythian have. So does that mean she has more power than Rhysand now, or just the same amount, or like, you know, because she can winnow away now and she can Can she fly? No, she doesn't have wings, so she can't fly. The ending was the most epic part of the book, where they had this huge fight, and at the end, Feyre is taken away by Tamlin again. Oh my god. What is gonna happen? I think that Tamlin has to die. He has to die. I'm really not a fan of big characters dying, but he needs to die in the next book because he's just evil. And Feyre and Rhysand are mated, so Tamlin can't ever be with Feyre again. Not with true love, because Feyre doesn't love him anymore. She hates his guts, like we all do now. I hope you hate Tamlin. Please don't give Tamlin any hope of redemption, because he's out of the picture, okay? Feyre and Rhysand are together now, and it's just the way it's meant to be, so no. I must say that I really enjoy the way Feyre's character went in this book. Does that make any sense? Like, she started out like really weak and poor and blah blah blah, she can't do anything, and now she's really strong and independent and in love, and it's so freaking awesome because I love strong characters. I mean, Selena is my queen, and now we got Feyre, who's pretty badass as well. So Sarah J. Maas is like so awesome. She's fantastical at writing badass characters. They're the best kind. So I guess that's all I have for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought of this book in the description. I mean, I haven't heard one bad thing about it, but if you didn't like it, let me know. Tell me why you didn't like it. I would love to hear your thoughts about it. And if you did love it, let me know as well, because I want to hear your thoughts too about it. Don't forget to follow me on all my social media. I haven't talked about that in a while, but they're all in the description box down below. Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and Goodreads. They're all down there. You can go click on the links if you want to become my bestie on there. And I will see you guys very soon with my next video. Bye! Ooh, my voice.